Hey guys, lightboltjoe here. Today we're going to talk about the film Truth or Dare. Um, Truth or Dare is the newest teen horror movie, right? Even though it's about all these 22-year-olds, their senior year of college. But it's marketed towards the teenager because there's jump scares and it's your typical, teenage horror film. I actually really liked it, and a lot of people didn't, because it's your typical teenage horror film on a majority scale. Let me explain why I liked it and then the little problems of, what was wrong with it. I honestly only wanted to see it because Tyler G. Posey's in it. He's one of the main characters. He plays this character named Lucas. I met Tyler in the city a little while ago. Not a little while ago, a couple of years back for this Teen Wolf promotional thing. Awesome dude, laid back, very smart, knows how to interact with the fan bases for whatever project he's doing. So automatically I had to see it because I'm a big fan of Tyler's. Tyler is awesome. He can do no wrong. He's a crazy kid. He's got a mind of his own. But he's a great screamer. He's a great horror actor. I watched all 6 seasons of Teen Wolf. I had my qualms with the final season. We can talk about that at a later time. We don't have to talk about that now. But the plot of Truth or Dare was like watching a hour and 40-minute episode of Teen Wolf. Because the plot, spoilers, right? Because we're talking about the actual film. The plot of Truth or Dare is these kids, as we see in the trailer, go to this Mexico. Man, whoo, me with these words. Bro, it's hard. This group of college kids go to Mexico for spring break, and they wound up going to an abandoned church and playing a game of Truth or Dare, and then they go back home to California, and the game has followed them, and people start dying, and the rules are weird, and et cetera, right? So there's literally a couple episodes of Teen Wolf in season 4, where the group goes from California to Mexico to an abandoned church to release this creature, which turned out to be Derek, a werewolf, but he could also be labeled a demon. And in Truth or Dare, a demon's released in the abandoned church in Mexico, and they have to go back to the abandoned church in Mexico to put the demon back into the abandoned church. But all hell breaks loose and things happen. And it was a really nice ending, a little twist at the end. I really like how they did that in the film. But Teen Wolf did that. Teen Wolf already did that, man. They did a whole bunch of episodes about an abandoned church in Mexico that involved a demon, and I'm laughing because I'm familiar with the plot, right? So it's Truth or Dare was if Teen Wolf had a baby with Final Destination, and the product would be Truth or Dare. And that's not a bad thing, It was original in the sense of I expected it to just end. I didn't expect it to end on a semi-cliffhanger with the potential of doing more things. It was very purgy at the end, which I really, really liked. Going in a viral aspect. It was really well done, I wasn't bored at any points. The story was cohesive. The story was fluid. It went boom, 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 boom. There's a lot of characters you're working with. There was 8, 9 different main character kids in that group. I also liked the fact that one of the main characters in the group was this gay Asian kid. And one of his truths, or else he died, was to come out to his dad. And he did it, and he didn't die for coming out. I thought that was really cool. First we have Love, Simon in March. Then we have Blockers in April. And now we have Truth or Dare in April. And all of these coming out stories are a main focus in Hollywood right now on this teen to 20-year-old front. And I am super proud to be in this moment right now, watching it with all of you, because it's history in the making, we're going to dive into history of film and television, okay? Back in the day, those of you who don't know this are probably just dumb, because you should know this by now, but white people and black people were not allowed to marry each other. white people and black people, we're not allowed to go to the same schools. We're not allowed to swim in the same swimming pools. We're not allowed to drink out of the same water fountains. Because that makes sense. Yeah, completely. Note my level of sarcasm, right? So, back in the day, during the very first Star Trek TV series, it was the early 1960s, segregation was still a thing. Blacks and whites were not supposed to be married. We're not supposed to, have the beautiful children that are produced from mixing the two gene pools. And one episode of Star Trek aired with Captain Kirk kissing Lieutenant Uhura. Lieutenant Uhura is a strong black woman. Captain Kirk is a strong white guy. The two of them kissing on a black and white television broke... See, the term is broke the internet, but the internet didn't exist in the 60s that we know of. Broke the world. It shattered everything. And people were like, oh my God, I'm seeing it. This is representation. Kids from a mixed family at that point, were still outcasts. And they're seeing this mimic their own life. What if their mom is black? What if their dad is white? Why aren't they allowed to kiss in public? Why aren't they allowed to be married? It still didn't make any sense why people are stupid, but, now that we're living through this gay rights movement that's been going on for, decades, but, homosexuality, bisexuality, pansexuality, it's more common now to express oneself freely. It's more common to question, to be true to yourself as opposed to years ago. So we're seeing it more in the mainstream, and not just on a stereotypical flamboyant front for males or a butch stereotypical aspect for females. It's blended now. We have those effeminate females who are lesbians. We have these masculine males who are gay, represented in our TV and film series as well as, the flamboyant guys or the butch girls. And it's okay to be yourself. That's what we're coming to at this point. This is why the youth are screaming through the internet saying the old people need to stop controlling, or quote unquote trying to control, what they think is a law or what they think is right, because they don't know how the internet works. And it's true. The time is now. And the kids know what they're talking about because the kids live on the internet. And the internet holds all the information. And the internet knows, as far as the kids are concerned, that we're all the same damn race. And if we're going to live on this planet together, we got to do so in a kind and cohesive and loving manner, right? So that's the point of all of this, is that to have another film, have another gay guy, another gay kid coming to terms with who he is and being proud of who he is and telling his truth, or else he would literally die. It's such a beautiful and poetic thing, and I really like that about this film, that it was literally a life and death situation. Come out to your father or die. And he came out to his father, and he lived. At that moment, my evil laugh. So Truth or Dare was really good. I really enjoyed it. Was it the best film? No. Was it the worst film? No. It was there. It was like watching an hour and 40-minute episode of Teen Wolf. I said that like 3 or 4 times at this point, but that's what it was. It was good. Give it a try. It's a good jump scare movie. Watch it with friends. Truth or Dare, a solid 7 out of 10 bolts. I was not disappointed for the many reasons I listed above. Mucho mahalo.